Today we're checking out an update that I missed in my Singing Monsters Paranormal Carnival Minor Mode. Alright, here we are on the major version of Paranormal Carnival. My first goal today was going to be to complete the collection by buying ERMA GERDY, and I did that. I just didn't realize for the first 5 minutes I wasn't recording. You'd think after being a YouTuber for more than 10 years I wouldn't still make stupid mistakes like that. Anyway guys, this is Burble, the ERMA GERDY.
ERMA GERD? More singing monsters!
Each sentient being has its own inner world, a place where it can retreat from the pressures of daily life. In the case of ERMA GERDY, yes, that's its full name. No, the mixed case spelling is not negotiable. Where were we? Right. In the case of ERMA GERDY, the mutual paranormal inner world takes on a completely different meaning. The monster's entire body is made up of a viscous, organic substance that occurs naturally in the deepest parts of the beyond, and which serves as a vivarium for other life forms from even deeper parts. He's got people living inside of him, and by people I mean monsters. In its major ERMA form, the 5-limbed body shelters the smaller life forms, and in exchange they facilitate the performance of delightful music by swirling around in the substance. A perfect example of selfless mutualism with neither side in control of the other. But things aren't quite as rosy in its GERDY form. The environmental quirks of the minor carnival cause the substance to undergo a chemical transformation that dissolves its eyes, and suddenly the monster decides to commandeer the living arrangement. Dissolves its eyes? I don't like that. I'm glad I don't live in a place where the environmental quirks cause my eyes to dissolve, because that would kind of suck. In response, the life forms mount a defense and secrete hard teeth that they use to try and burrow out of the substance. Ultimately, GERDY gathers up the teeth and strives to continue its musical performance, and the life forms begrudgingly act as the monster's eyes to navigate the walkways of the carnival. What? We don't even know what it looks like, but it's probably awful. Alright, well, I'm gonna wake this guy up again. Okay, Burble, take it away. These are like little flies. And that's why they make little buzzing sort of sounds. I'm not sure what instrument that is, though. Okay. At first, I thought this was going to be like a percussion monster. Whoa! At first, I thought this was a percussion monster, but I'm glad it's not because there's already a lot of percussion on this island. Overall, it sounds okay, but if I'm honest, this isn't exactly my favorite island. However, I am very curious what the minor version is going to look and sound like. I don't even know how to get to the minor version. There's a modulate button, but if you press it, everybody just disappears. Okay, so I think there's some sort of new thing I gotta do or something. We can just buy eggs for this, so it's not a big deal, but look at these beautiful creatures. Hairionette, so creepy. The Hairionette's existence is defined by cruel irony. Despite its status as the control elemental, this paranormal is convinced that its destiny is not its own to choose. Hairionette firmly believes that its every move is predetermined, pulled along its life path by the skeins of fate. It is driven by its overwhelming need to find just who is pulling the strings, never pausing to wonder whether it is in fact the mastermind behind its own designs. So just who is the true puppet master? A mysterious manipulator or the hapless Hairionette itself? This paranormal's major and minor forms reflect both existential options. So in one form, it's controlling itself, and in the other form, it's got a bunch of strings on it. What's this about? So we all have to exist here together, huh? Like I can't exist in the same spot as somebody else? It's not a big deal, I suppose. What the heck? You can right-click and zoom in this game? You hold the right-click button and you can zoom? I didn't know that. Maybe I'll put the minor version down here at the bottom somewhere. I don't know. I don't think I can afford to get rid of these things, can I? How much star power do I have? It's enough to get rid of this. Perhaps I shouldn't bigify the minor versions like I did the major versions, because minor means small and major means big. Visually speaking, Hairionette is much creepier in this form. And in terms of the sound, yeah, I think it's also creepier than the major version. I mean, the major version is in A major and then the minor version is in A minor, so it's gonna sound sadder. I can't say we have much of a song going here right now, so maybe we should add another monster to the mix. All right, next up we got Owlesque. Owlesque's major and minor forms symbolize the false projection of ourselves that we present to others and the true self that we keep concealed. How deep? I think I like Owlesque's minor version more, okay? But we'll see how it sounds. That matters a lot. I mean, just don't expect it to be a happy song or else you're definitely going to be disappointed. Huh. Okay. I was hoping you was going to didgeridoo. But you didn't. All right, well, in that case, let's move on and get the Arcarina. This one is representative of the ruin element. The major version is all fancy and pristine, and then this one is all dilapidated. Sometimes the monsters that look the creepiest are the ones I like the most. Woo! Freaky. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, it's the same thing. It's a little bit different, okay, because the key is different. Next up, Shimmer. There is a commonly held misconception that the depths of the beyond are unfathomably dark. The great uncharted abyss beyond the monster world may yet contain vast expanses of undiscovered cosmic mysteries to the likes of monsters and human alike, but as with all scientific endeavors, the truth is limited to our perception and understanding. Shimmer is a paranormal whose major and minor forms evoke the dark, unknowable void of space and the impenetrable profundity of deep water, respectively. So one's space and one's sea. Okay, I don't know what this element is supposed to be, but the picture of it is like a wormhole with a tentacle coming out, so it definitely encompasses both space and sea. There's a button here that I can just click to go to the other one, okay? So let me go to the other one and just have a look so I can compare a little bit. This one definitely looks more cosmic, for sure. It kind of looks like a flatworm sort of thing, like a space flatworm thing. And this guy over here, as you can see, is in great shape. Not ruined at all. Sugar. I don't have enough beds for the Shimmer. There we go. Wow, nice touch. Here's Shimmer. It's very, like, subtle. It's very subtle. Okay, so this guy looks like a deep sea creature, but then it's doing this thing where it shows like a portal to space. So that's cool. Both of these guys definitely look like deep sea creatures from space, whatever that means. Seriously, this place is very subtle so far. We need to get the real meat and potatoes of the song in here. Let's go for Germ next, because Germ looks freaking crazy. The cycle paranormal exists in a state of constant genesis, effluxion, consumption, and regenesis. The fruiting bodies packing the abdomen of Germ gradually sap vitality from the main body, enervating the monster before expelling themselves in a flourish of whirligigs. Eventually, an ambitious excrescence? I swear, the monster handlers are just making up words at this point. An ambitious excrescence will latch onto the Germ's body, robbing it of the control it once had to fly freely. It looks like a tree grew out of it. Cycles this paranormal must continue to undergo in its minor form lead to its despondent expression, probably due to the fairly uncomfortable process of pushing out soggier fruiting bodies in an ever-hardening abdomen and all over its underside where the tree is attached. The circle of life can be beautiful and sometimes very, very gloopy. So is this guy in pain? I don't know, guys. I kind of feel bad for Germ now. That actually sounds like a terrible existence. I mean, the facial expression is because of how much it doesn't like what's happening to it, so that's fun. Don't worry, buddy, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna make the song better, okay? You better make the dang song better. Ooh. I just knew you was gonna do something good for the song. What an absolutely hilarious looking monster. I love it. I definitely love this version of Germ more than the other one. Okay. I know they're very similar, but there's just something about this one, man. What the heck is this? Would you like to upgrade the Centri-Fugue to its active state? Sure. What the heck is a Centri-Fugue? Whoever studies monsters should see to it that in the process they do not become a monster. And if you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss will gaze back into you. Okay, cool. Great to know. Is this how you're actually supposed to get these monsters if you don't have a whole bunch of diamonds from the handlers? I want to leave Scallyrags and GERDY for last, so let's get Dactyl first, okay? I like the color scheme on Dactyl more on this island. This guy has kind of a crazy story. Hey, I know you! The frenetically flailing flurry of bombastic energy from the Enneapod is positively infectious, but one look at the jaunty gesticulations of Dactyl and you'll start to have a hard time telling up from down. You'd think the fate of the monster world depended on it, with the amount of gusto the bombast paranormal puts into the performance, but it's actually essential for the monster to maintain its form. Dactyl is constantly one pop or lock away from collapsing and is paradoxically able to maintain perfect stability through complete chaotic disorder. Perhaps it is thanks to its unconventional symmetry or the fact that the monster's undeniable amount of sass is somehow present in both its major and minor forms. However, the real question is whether or not the Dactyl knowingly participates in such strenuous physical activity when its energy is going to run out eventually. The toll is certainly visible in the ruined posture and flexibility of its minor manifestation. Oh my god, I just realized that you got bad posture. You got your hand on your leg and everything. Oof. Sometimes it's possible that the clanging and banging of its inner parts can even cause a state of self-inflicted amnesia for Dactyl, and that it must start every new day with a freshly wiped memory, but hey, I know you! So you're telling me that the Dactyl pops and locks so hard that it gives itself amnesia, and also it pops and locks so hard it eventually ends up with bad posture. That sucks. Alright, well, here we go. Yeah, it definitely looks a little more dilapidated, okay? It's had better days, for sure. Boom. It's a little bit sinister. My back! Oh, every time. Kick the leg, and then get a bad back. Man, I'm starting to feel bad for the monsters on this island. It sounds like they're having a pretty bad time. Oh, geez, you guys, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for the predicament that you're in right now. Have a Scallyrags, it'll help you feel better. It's Baby No Money. My pronunciation of this guy's name has been kind of inconsistent, so I'm sorry. The first time I was calling him Baby No Money, which I believe is how you say it, but then in the next video I was calling him BB No Money. It's not a big deal, but I just wanted to point it out. Baby No Money. Some describe themselves curiously drawn to the dapper monster upon first encountering it, bemused and delighted by its dainty movements. Others, meanwhile, experience an immediate and almost primal aversion to the monster, wary of its eerily unsettling nature. Of course, in its minor form, it becomes far clearer that the youthful creatures, who lack distinct names of their own, are motivated to deceive and manipulate, born of a complaint that they don't have a big enough allowance. What? Oh. Right. Indeed, they could be said to be babies with no money. Really. How exactly the rest of the monsters on Paranormal Carnival haven't yet gotten wise to their schemes is anyone's guess. One thing is certain, you will only see the Scallyrags that Scallyrags wants you to see, which in this case is this version, and man, is it something. So these creatures don't have names, but if you put them all together, they're Scallyrags. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 monsters, only one to go. Yeah, okay, it's not quite as happy as whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, oh! I was gonna say, guys, I like it better when he goes whoa, 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 like the Arcarina over here. But now he's doing that, so he has two different parts in this song. Oh. Well, that was different. Okay. Man, it's really creepy how that monster coming out of the hat is like attached to a bunch of vertebrae, just hanging down. Like, what on earth am I even looking at? I have no idea. All right, we got one monster left, guys. ERMA, GERDY, and look at this thing. It really makes you want to say ERMA GERD, you know? So this is the version of the ERMA GERDY where the monsters are trying to escape? Okay, at first I had no idea what was going on with this whole mounted defense and secrete hard teeth that they use to try and burrow out of the substance thing. Because I looked at him and I was like, okay, they gave him teeth, how does that help? But then I realized, oh yeah, it says here that the GERDY gathers up the teeth and strives to continue its musical performance. And the life forms begrudgingly act as the monster's eyes to navigate the walkways of the carnival. So basically this guy traded in his eyes for teeth, and now he uses the little monsters inside of him to see. That's really weird, but yeah, there's a lot of really weird stuff happening on this island. Weird and sad, to be honest. I'm just kind of confused. GERDY. Where am I gonna put you, buddy? I really wish there was a place I could put him here in the middle, but it's off limits. How sad. I'll just put you over here for now, okay? So, this guy is not gonna have, like, the same sound, right? Oh, what? I did not think that's what was gonna happen here. Jeez Louise. Okay, so he is still trying. He's definitely using the teeth to try and continue doing his thing. Now what? Okay. All right then. I'm really curious what the instrument is supposed to be that the GERDY is playing here, so I'm looking it up. Oh, yeah, this guy's playing a hurdy-gurdy. This guy's playing Thunderstruck on a hurdy-gurdy. Check this out. This is such an interesting instrument. It's also a really old instrument, thought to have originated from fiddles in either Europe or the Middle East before the 11th century AD. Okay, it's a little old, for sure. Not as old as a fiddle, though. All right, well, it should be pretty easy for us to hear the difference between these two songs now. All right, so we got our minor version here. Isn't it the exact same melody, though, in the major version? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, it's different. It's different. Okay, that makes sense. Because again, it's a different key. You know, guys, the funny thing about this island having a major and a minor version is the fact that the major version sounds pretty sad. Like, it's not a happy sounding song, but of course, it sounds even sadder in the minor form. All right, so there are a few monsters here that I haven't seen before, guys. I have seen the three in the middle, but the other ones are new to me. And I gotta say, I find the Dactyl kind of hilarious, but also kind of sad because of the whole my back hurts thing. I really like Germ. I don't know why, but Germ as a tree just makes me happy for some reason. And these two guys, I mean, they fit pretty well on the minor version of this island, considering they are absolute monstrosities. Well, everything in this game is a monstrosity. They are absolute abominations. All right, guys, so that was the minor version of Paranormal Carnival. Definitely an interesting island. I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, smash that like button, and you can click right here to watch another one of my videos.